Hi there. Welcome to Appreciation Financial as a Connect consultant. Today, I'm going to be going over some basic information that may be helpful as you start qualifying businesses for the ERC credit that is through the CARES Act. So I will be sharing some screens and we'll be talking to you about some things you need to do in order to make sure that you're ready to go. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So first off, you want to make sure that you have your registration for your ERC taken care of. So what you do as far as that goes is you're going to be jumping into your Appreciation Financial back office. And so I'm going to sign out of this and sign back in as AF Lite person. I'm sorry, an AF Connect person. And this should be what you see whenever you log into your back office. Okay, if you haven't done so already, the first thing you want to do is you want to go to this agent tab up here in the very top, and you want to go down to ERC specialists where it says register with ERC specialists. I also have wills and trusts. That'll be a different video that I do. But for this one, you'll want to make sure you watch both of these onboarding videos. They have some great information that will help you in your business with Appreciation Financial and our partnership with ERC specialists. Once you watch both of these videos, then you'll be able to fill out the information and get your unique link that will be in an email sent to you. And we'll look at that email as well. So you need to make sure that you have filled out this Appreciation Financial affiliate onboarding in order to be good to go and start qualifying businesses. Okay, so once you've done that, then you're going to receive an email that looks something like this email I'm going to share right now with you. Let me just share my screen again. Okay, 1 second, please. Okay, I want to make sure I show you guys the right one. Okay, so you're going to get an email that looks something similar to this email right here. This is your link that you will give out to anybody that you want to qualify. I personally go into my link and I have 15-minute Zoom calls with people, and I qualify the business while I'm online, and I'll show you how I do it here in just a minute. But you want to make sure that you watch all of the slides here on how to develop your elevator pitch. You want to go through the qualifying questions. You want to make sure you do a qualifier of your own. And then you want to make sure that you have all of this information available to you so you can make sure that you have gone through everything. I like to make sure that I have all the information before I start qualifying a company. Okay, so when we are ready to start qualifying in a company, then what we'll do is we'll go to our unique URL and we'll start qualifying a company. Now, I just want you to know, like, some of the stuff that I've done to get businesses on the books. Again, I do a 15-minute Zoom call with them. I usually just send out a simple message either through Facebook or a text message. It just says, hey, I know you're a business owner, or hey, you know, if I'm close to them, hey, how you doing? Quick question, how many employees do you have? 10, 12, 15, 17, 200, whatever the case might be. Okay, great. Well, did you qualify for the ERC stimulus through the CARES Act yet? Maybe, I don't know. How would I know? I don't qualify for it. Whatever the answers are. Well, hey, do you have 15 minutes to jump on a quick call? I'll tell you a little bit more about the program and we'll see if you qualify. And then I send out that Calendly link. That Calendly link is for 15 minutes. They book that on my calendar and we jump on and I tell them a little bit about the program. So what I usually talk about, you can find here by watching this video that's on your homepage of your unique website. But what I basically tell them is also what you can find on one of the flyers. So let me show you that flyer, and then from that flyer, we'll go ahead and jump into a qualification. So I have had my assistant go through and make some changes to this flyer. It has my QR code here. If you scan that QR code, you can make an appointment with me. Anyone that is on my team, whether you're through somebody else, but if you're watching this video, you somehow are on my team, whether you know it or not. Hi, welcome again. My name is Holly Woods Gray, and I have been with Appreciation Financial for almost 11 years. So this is some really great information on this flyer. So this is what I tell people whenever I first jump on the phone with them. I say the CARES Act came out in March of 2020. There were 3 ways that businesses could qualify for stimulus money. The first one was PPP, which was the Payroll Protection Program. They had 2 rounds of that. And that was short-term loans, 8 weeks or 24 weeks, depending on which program you qualified for. And they were forgiven based on how much of that revenue you used or that loan you used for your payroll. The next one was the EIDL, which is the Economic Injury Disaster Loans. Those are long-term loans with low interest rates and deferred payments for 2.5 years. So most people won't have to start paying on those until the end of this year. They may change that again, who knows? The ERC was the 3rd way you could qualify for it. Originally, when they wrote the bill back in March of 2020, you could not take advantage of PPP and ERC. However, they found out, or they looked at the numbers in November of 2020, and in December of 2020, they made a change to where if you did take PPP money, you could now qualify for ERC. They also changed some of the other qualifications in November of 2021. So now you can qualify for the ERC credit if your business was fully or partially suspended during the pandemic, that's state, local, or federal. You can qualify if you had a reduction in 50% or more revenue in 2020 or 20% less revenue in 2021. And they're comparing everything to each quarter of 2019. So in 2020, it's Q2 through Q4 compared to 2019 Q2 through Q4. In 2021, it's Q1 through Q3 compared to 2019 Q1 through Q3. But even if you made money during that time, the business can still qualify because they may have been shut down due to supply chain. They may have had problems based on the partial or fully suspended. So those are things you have to dive into with each company that you speak with. So this is a great flyer. If you want a copy of this flyer, you can email me at hwoods, H for Holly, woods at appreciationfinancial.com. I would ask that you share your spreadsheet with me. So, once I give that information to the business owner, then I go ahead and say, hey, let's see if you qualify. It takes about 5 minutes to go through the questionnaire. So I go through the questionnaire with them and I start qualifying them. And I would recommend that you go through and you do a test company. Okay. Things to know is they must be W-2 employees and they must have gross receipts for each quarter, 2019, 2020, and 2021. And they also must be able to answer these questions. Okay. It is to note here that if the majority owner owns over 50% of the company and their immediate relatives, they will not qualify even if they're W-2. So for example, my husband and I are 50-50 owners in our business, and we don't qualify because we're the only ones who are working in the business. So we'll go ahead and answer yes. I always do a test company. You can do one as well. I recommend you do, so you go through. In this case, we're going to say that we started before February 15th, 2020. However, if you do after, this is what it looks like. Has your business had over $1 million in gross receipts annually? No. Okay, good news. Based on that, you qualify. The credit applies for applies for 3rd and 4th quarter of 2021. The credit's up to $50,000 per quarter. Enter your company name and provide the information. So if you have a business that didn't have revenue over $1 million in 2020 or 2021, you can qualify for this if you started the business after. But most businesses that I've worked with started before that. Most of the businesses that I've worked with have 100 full-time employees or less. So I usually am using this one, but you may be working with a construction company, or maybe, you know, a small manufacturing plant or something like that, that's local to you, and they have 200 or 300 employees, and you can use one of these other options. If they have over 500 full-time employees in 2019, they will not qualify for this program. So it's for small businesses for less than 500 employees. All right. So the first one is revenue reduction. So we'll just say, yes, we had less gross receipts in every quarter in 2014. And that no, in none of the quarters, Q2 through Q4, did we get up to what we had before. We'll say that in Q1, Q2, and Q3, we had less than 20%. We'll also say we had some supply chain issues. Okay, so if we're a restaurant, maybe we weren't able to get packaging material. That's what one of my restaurants said. And their supplier was Cisco, and they're in Texas. So we just fill out all this information. I've had suppliers that weren't able to get this in, even though it says that it's not necessarily that common. Even to today, they aren't able to get all of their packing supplies that they need, because they're still making the same amount, but because more people are doing takeout and whatnot, they're still not able to get those packing materials. I've had businesses that have 5, 7, 10 different suppliers and different things that they're not able to receive. Doctors' offices that aren't able to get mesh, dentist offices that aren't able to get implants and other things that they need, medications from doctors' offices, even construction companies. They have a lot of stuff they haven't been able to get, and then some food. And, you know, think about it, when we were all scrambling for toilet paper and water and some of those other things, think how businesses were impacted by that. Okay, the next one is the full or partial shutdown due to COVID. Almost everyone's going to answer yes to this, especially if they're in California, Colorado, Nevada, one of those states that completely shut down. A lot of times it's actual suspension. So went from in-room dining to takeout only. And then when orders changed, we were at 25% capacity, 50% capacity, and so on. In 2021, we had another full shutdown. In some states, they had a full shutdown again in 2021. They went back to no in-room dining, or only outdoor dining. So whatever it is, whatever the situation is, you listen to your business owners and you type that information in there. Sometimes you do have to help them get the right words in there, but you know, they'll tell you what it is and then you can paraphrase. Reduction in hours. A lot of businesses that started doing takeout, they started operating for lunch and dinner only, or maybe they only did dinner. Maybe they used to stay open until 10 and they started closing at 8 because people weren't ordering as much. So they reduced hours weekly by 2 hours daily because of takeout service. Some businesses weren't able to get people to work at all. So these were when the suspensions happened, and some people have still had the problems during 2021 because they haven't been able to get people to work. So I'm not going to do the full thing on this one, but you put in however many employees that you have in 2020, however many employees you have in 2021, and then you fill out all this information. And then what will happen is the survey will run and it will spit out something that looks like this. Well, let me open it. I thought I had it open. Let's see. Screenshots. Where are my screenshots? Here we go. And it'll look something like this. That's not the one I wanted. Let's see here. All right, so this is one that I registered a couple of weeks ago. They're a fundraising company, and this was what it looked like whenever we ran their documents through. What'll happen next is the company will get an email from ERC specialists. Okay, so the ERC specialist email will look something like this. This is another test company that I qualified not too long ago. It'll look something like this. It'll say, based on your responses, we estimate that you qualify for this amount. These are the files you must upload. So it's good for you to go through here and know what's expected. You want to make sure that the company name shows up. If not, we do have a contact for that. Her name is Michelle Gentry, and I will show you that process here in just a minute as well. These are the different instructions for different payrolls. A lot of people do QuickBooks Online, so you have them follow these instructions, export it to an Excel spreadsheet, and then upload this Excel spreadsheet here. This is all stuff that your business owner will do on their own. Some affiliates are getting involved with helping them with this, but you don't have to, because they do have somebody on the ERC specialist side that will help them with this. The 941, 943, and 944 forms or something else that they'll have to get. And then the reduction in revenue. They'll have to upload their P&L here, and they'll have to do that for quarterly. So they'll have to either get that from their bookkeeper, their CPA. If they took the PPP loan, they'll need to put that information in here. And then the company signing it and the email they want it to go to. And then they can submit the docs. Again, you want to know what it looks like, but it's not going to be for you to do anything. It's going to be for your business owner to do something. Now, again, some affiliates are bookkeepers. Some affiliates know how to upload these reports. So that's great that you're helping them. I haven't done one of those, but some of my affiliates have. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that this shows up on your spreadsheet. Okay, so your spreadsheet is going to look something like this. I did make some changes on this, so some of the companies are not showing, but I really want to show this as a sample of the leads. Now, in this part, I would ask that you would go into your spreadsheet and that you would share it with me. My email address is hwoods@appreciationfinancial.com. If you have your information on here, for the companies and something's incorrect, I can help you with that. Again, this is the amount that these businesses have qualified for. Some of them are bigger amounts. These people are waiting to pay later, but some of these are pay now. So what does that mean? If they pay later, ERC specialist charges 15%. When the company's checks get submitted, they go into an escrow account. ERC specialist gets their 15%, and then their 85% is sent to the business owner or to the business. If they do the pay now option, they can do a pay now option where they only pay 10%. The 10% option, they pay right away to ERC specialist, and then the checks go directly to the business owner. They don't go into an escrow account. The nice thing about the pay now is when they pay, you get paid. Your commissions are factored based on whatever percentage you are at within Appreciation Financial and our AF Connect system. So if I wasn't the one who brought you directly in, you want to talk to the person who brought you in so that they can go over that with you. If they don't know that, then send me an email at hwoods@appreciationfinancial.com. Share all your information with me. I'd be happy to jump on a call with you and the person that brought you in. I want to make sure that everybody understands before they're getting paid out what they're getting paid. So there's no confusions. There's nobody who's upset, and you understand exactly how to calculate that. Okay, so that is really how you get started with everything. If you have any questions, again, you can contact me at hwoods@appreciationfinancial.com, or my phone number is 619-865-0437. You can shoot me a text message saying that you're one of the AF Connect people who have seen this video and that you'd like to set up an appointment with me, and I'll send you my Calendly link. I do set up 15-minute appointments with people to go over and answer any questions that they might have. But I do want to make sure that you have all the information that you need so that you can be successful. So thank you for tuning in. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Let the person who brought you in know, and let's be out there qualifying as many businesses as possible so that they can take advantage of the ERC credit that's due to them. This again is through the CARES Act, and it's something that is a credit against their employee payroll taxes. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon.